from a suspect whose car caught on fire after a crash at high speed to a murder suspect who led Ohio State Patrol on a high-speed chase, and a suspect in Georgia who got pitted multiple times but kept fleeing. These are just a few of the crazy police dashcam moments that you wouldn't believe if they weren't filmed. On July 22, 2024, Trooper Brandon Cano with the Florida Highway Patrol was conducting speed enforcement in a fully marked FHP vehicle. A black sedan approached, traveling at an estimated 95 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone. The radar confirmed a speed of 90 miles per hour at 747 feet. Trooper Cano exited the median and initiated a traffic stop, activating emergency lights and sirens. Upon stopping, the driver and passenger switched seats inside the vehicle. When the driver exited the vehicle, the passenger moved to the driver's seat and fled the stop, initiating a pursuit. The suspect began swerving in and out of lanes, showing complete disregard for the safety of other drivers on the road. As the suspect exited the highway, the troopers closed in, getting closer every second.
Chapter 44 to westbound, 1546 in your line, turn to 20. Good, 44.
After the trooper executed the TVI, the suspect, Patrick Gordon, came to a stop. He was arrested immediately and taken into custody without further incident. Gordon was charged with fleeing, driving with a suspended license plate, trafficking 28 grams of heroin, reckless driving, and possession of a weapon by a convicted felon. On May 25, 2020, Georgia State Patrol troopers were requested to assist the Savannah Police Department with a vehicle that had a confirmed stolen license plate and was possibly a stolen vehicle. Savannah police officers were following a white Ford Econoline van and requested our assistance in performing a traffic stop. Trooper caught up to the vehicle as it was merging onto Interstate 516 eastbound from Gwinnett Street. The trooper executed a pit maneuver, causing the suspect's vehicle to roll over. Watch as the trooper chases down the suspect after he exited the van and began fleeing on foot.
Vehicle stop. Female running towards Cloverdale.
Get on the ground!
Right now! Stop resisting! I don't care. Stop resisting and we'll get you off your stomach.
I can't breathe. Stop, dude.
The trooper deployed a taser, stopping the suspect. The woman was arrested and taken to the patrol car. While she was in the patrol car, the trooper searched the van and found illegal substances inside. The woman was then taken into custody. In Forest Park, an officer was stationary when a driver sped past him. Acting quickly, the officer put his car in drive and began following the vehicle. After activating his emergency lights and sirens, the driver failed to pull over, initiating a pursuit. The suspect began driving at an extremely high rate of speed, ultimately losing control and crashing.
There, vehicle number 41.
After the crash, the suspect's vehicle caught fire. Officers quickly rescued him from the burning car, arrested him, and took him into custody without further incident. On August 1st, 2021, Trooper Youngblood was patrolling Moreland Avenue near I-20 when he received a license plate reader alert for a black Jeep SUV with a suspended registration. The tag was registered to a 2010 Hyundai Sonata. After confirming the information, Trooper Youngblood followed the vehicle, which was heading eastbound on I-20. The driver, identified as Derek Alexander, failed to stop and exited I-20 at Glenwood Avenue, initiating a pursuit. Alexander drove recklessly, making an improper left turn, speeding excessively, and driving on the wrong side of the road.
Hey, still driving from home, 1080,
1080, north on Glenwood.
Glenwood.
Left on Wilkinson. Left turn on Wilkinson, back on Memorial.
The driver was reckless from the start of the pursuit. As he entered a residential area, he continued his dangerous maneuvers, showing no regard for the safety of others.
Right on Bigby. Left on Hosea, back toward Moreland. What's traffic today? Left on Montgomery. That was from Hosea. Left on Woodline, left on Woodline.
It was clear that the fleeing driver was highly skilled. Every time the trooper got closer, the driver would repeatedly brake check, preventing the trooper from executing the pit maneuver.
Straight.
I had a pit tip, but he recovered.
Clear, guys.
Right on Kirkwood, back towards Hosea. Right on Hosea.
Clear, right on there.
Left on Orange.
Okay, go out all it.
After weaving through city streets, the driver entered the highway and then took the first exit. That's when the situation took an unexpected turn for the fleeing driver. The driver came to a stop at a traffic light after taking the exit. He was arrested along with the passenger, and both were taken into custody without further incident. On April 22, 2022, trooper and other officers responded to Cascade Road and West Park Drive for street racing activity. TFC Gonzalez confirmed the presence of the vehicles in the area. After arriving, trooper parked and waited for backup. Phoenix identified the vehicles with one, a black Infiniti, performing donuts and stunt driving. With sufficient backup, trooper moved to Boulder Ridge Drive, where the Infiniti was seen traveling west. The driver made a U-turn and fled. Trooper initiated the pursuit with TFC Bullock as secondary. Trooper got closer to the suspect and executed a pit maneuver, successfully bringing the suspect vehicle to a stop. The suspect and passengers exited the vehicle and fled on foot, but they were all caught and arrested. They were taken into custody, bringing this short chase to an end. On September 2nd, 2023, a murder suspect from Michigan was tracked to a parking lot. Ohio State Highway Patrol officers located the suspect and attempted to approach his vehicle.
We need to move in. Please stop! Stop!
As soon as the suspect spotted the officers, he accelerated, initiating a high-speed pursuit.
They showed you 8725 to take up.
MSP.
Right, move out. Okay, the SO took off, they're headed your way.
Okay. Speed's 100, 176 southbound. They're just driving all over the road.
176 southbound.
The pursuit turned even more dangerous when the suspect opened fire at the officers, escalating the situation to a life-threatening level.
Center lane.
He's got a gun out. He's got a gun out.
South. 15-mile marker south. Right lane. What's the 39? Stay around 15. 10. Stay around 15. So right up here. Next bridge filler. Pull over to median. South 14.
Realizing just how dangerous the suspect was, The trooper made the critical decision to accelerate and attempt to stop him.
We're going to set up with spikes at the 137.
Morgan signal sig just hit my right side of my patrol car.
South of the 15.
Okay, south of the 15.
Left lane, 894. Lane traffic. We're approaching the construction zone.
Left lane, approaching construction.
Going down. Right lane, still continuing. Coming in the construction zone. Additional contact. Fire.
Unfortunately, the trooper had several opportunities to stop the suspect, but each time the suspect managed to recover and continue fleeing.
At the 20 now, right lane, still swerving at people. Units, left lane, Concord units, get left. Approaching the 20.
We're stopped at the exit.
The suspect briefly came to a stop at an intersection, prompting the troopers to exit their vehicles and open fire. However, as soon as the shots were fired, the suspect accelerated again and continued his desperate escape.
Shots fired.
Bullet green, I should. Wow, 50 rounds. Bullet green in the median.
Okay.
Any of our units injured. Shot 31. Shot around 240, 240, 240.
Show me your hands right now!
After the suspect began driving in the median, he came to a stop and troopers opened fire, likely hitting him. After a tense standoff lasting several hours, the suspect finally surrendered, walking toward the officers. He was arrested and taken into custody, bringing this wild and dangerous chase to an end. On September 6, 2022, Ohio troopers began chasing an 18-year-old suspect across 3 counties. The pursuit started when the suspect was allegedly seen speeding at over 100 miles per hour. According to the Ohio State Highway Patrol, the suspect fled the scene, leading troopers on a multi-county chase.
Clear, possibly going left on the 123 in the front.
Okay, we just ran a red light. Southbound 75.
Clear, vehicle now southbound 75. Vehicle southbound 75 from 123.
Paul 451 763. Paul 451 763. I got 210.
Here, clear. Post 9 units, you clear now southbound. I'm going to set up for 26. What did you do for make sure cover or something on the wall?
Okay, I'm going to say a max of 2 logic. Maybe 2.
Clear, 1 or 2 occupants.
The suspect was driving at a dangerously high rate of speed and recklessly, making it difficult for troopers to close the gap as they pursued him on the highway. After 16 minutes of the high-speed chase, the suspect finally exited the highway.
Miles an hour on Western Northern Boulevard.
Clear, continuing on to Westwood Northern Boulevard, still westbound.
Now.
Taking a left on. Stand by, I gotta read my GPS. We're on Baltimore.
Southbound on Baltimore, southbound on Baltimore. We're looking to Football. Over here, we gotta keep action close back. We got clearance in that patch.
As the suspect entered a residential area, the troopers closed in on the vehicle. Unfamiliar with the area, the suspect made the decision to exit the car and flee on foot.
Out to the right side into the woods, there's a trail that leads down the hill.
The suspect and the passenger both exited the vehicle and began fleeing on foot. The trooper pursued the driver and quickly stopped him with a taser. The passenger was also arrested, and both were taken into custody, bringing the chase to an end. On May 6, 2022, an Arkansas state trooper was conducting a routine traffic stop when the driver, who failed to provide a driver's license, was instructed to exit the vehicle. Instead of cooperating, the driver accelerated, fleeing the stop and initiating a pursuit. And as anyone knows, fleeing from an Arkansas state trooper is never a good idea. The trooper stayed close behind the vehicle, assessing the situation. Realizing the driver had no intention of stopping, he prepared to execute the pit maneuver. The message in this video is clear: never flee from law enforcement, because you might end up just like this driver. The trooper executed the pit maneuver, sending the suspect's vehicle into a ditch. The suspect then exited the vehicle and fled on foot, but was quickly apprehended and taken into custody, bringing the chase to an end.